Hello family, hello friends, hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So I have with me one of the most interesting, amazing, stunning, gorgeous, but very simple project ever. Okay, so I'm talking about this beaded flower earring here, and you can use say 10 to 15 minutes to finish this, only one piece maybe. Now that is how slow I can be. Maybe somebody would use less than that, okay, but I'm giving you an estimate. Now I would like you to sit with me from the beginning to the end because it's a very simple tutorial, and I would suggest bead sizes say from 15 to 6 depending on how you understand, to suit your preference. So you're going to start right from the middle here and then extend the or develop it eventually into flowers. And you can also extend the flowers into bracelets, necklaces, or even a charm on a bag. Okay, yes, so that is how interesting this project is. Yes, so I'll see you in the tutorial. Please don't move, get your coffee, find your beads, your needles, and let's get going. These are lists of materials for this project. Today's project is going to be of two different kinds of beads. So we have the yellow and the navy blue color here. Now this one, or these beads on the right, on my right here, are 11 seed beads, and they are glass at the same time. Now the ones here are not the regular kind of beads, they are, say, I would say it's like 6 seed beads. But guys, watch here, take a good look at this. They are not the regular kinds of beads, and let me know in the comment section if you should know the exact name to call this. They look like bicons, but they are not. And I would love to know the names. I got this in one of the local shops around, and I had to get it because of the color. I just love the color. It's yellow, as you can see on your screens. So I'd love to use this for this particular kind of project. Okay, and then to go ahead, I'll need my nylon thread. This is white, and then my beading needle here, and then also my pair of scissors and my beading mat. And another important material I almost forgot, so I'm going to use this with the earring. Is going to hold the earring, and these are studs. They are earring studs, and this is the back of it. Okay, so it's also a very important material. Without it we cannot wear the earring. Okay, so let's proceed. So first off, for the thread, you're going to get about an arm's length and thread it, and you pick 6 yellow beads, and you push it down to the tail of the thread, leaving about this length, the very short length. And then, so let me be sure, this is 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yes. And then you go through it, through all 6 beads, like so. So looking at the size of my bead, I'm going to do this about, say, 2 to 3 times. Just to make it firm. Let me add another round. So I went through it 3 times. Okay, so if you have 11 seed beads, 12 seed beads, it's okay to just go through it once and it's okay. So I have stepped up from where I first started. So next is I'm going to pick 21 blue beads. Yes, so on my needle I have 21 beads, blue beads, and then I go from the back of the the very first yellow bead. I stepped up, and then I pull my thread gently, like so. Then you step up again to the next yellow bead. So this is what you get. So the next you're going to pick 19 beads. Yeah, so these are 19 beads on the needle. Now this is what you do. Okay, so instead of you to go from the next bead directly, you don't do that. You go from the last two beads from the 21 beads, and then you go through the next yellow bead, and you pull your work gently. Okay, so I would say that the 19 is also sharing two beads, so it means 2 plus 19 will be 21 as well, right? I hope you understand this. And then you go through the next yellow bead again, and then you repeat. You're going to put 19 beads and go through from here. We pick 19 beads. Yeah, so this project is actually a flower. Okay, so I have to build like 6 petals, so each of them I call these petals. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put the last petal, but before I do that, I go through the last 2 beads from the very first petal, from down to up, like so. Then I pick 17 beads. I'm going to pick 17 beads. I have 17 beads on the needle. The next thing to do is that you're going to go through the last 2 beads from the last petal, like so. And now your first 6 petals are done. Look at that, how gorgeous. So at this point I go to the next yellow bead. From here, and then through all the petals, just to secure them, to make it firm actually. Now if you want, you can decide to leave them like that, but I would want to make them firm. I wouldn't want to see them too loosed, so I feel like it's quite loosed, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I would go through all of them one more time, just one time. So I'm done going through the petals. They look quite firm, like the way I want it. And so try to come to the 11th bead. Now when you should count the petals one by one, you realize that they are all 21. So from here, from the down to this part is 21, from the down to another 20, the next petal is 21, so they are all 20, 21, 21, 21. Yeah, so you make sure you come to the 11th bead up, okay, and then you continue from there. So you are on the 11th bead from here. At this point you pick 2 yellow beads and 1 blue bead, but this is how it goes. So one after the other, 1 yellow bead, and then another yellow bead, like so. Go from this point. So it's going to stay like this. So to make it firm, I go through it 2-3 times. And just reach one more time. Okay, so this is how your project should be looking like at this moment. So the next thing to do is that you're going to pick 10 blue beads, 1 yellow bead, and 10 blue beads. So in all, you're going to have 21 beads. Okay, so let's see how this is done. Yeah, so this is how it should look like. Then you go through the bead here. Like so. Okay, so I'll have to go through it also 2-3 times just to make it firm. if you realize it's not very firm, that's what you do. But if you know it's okay, fine. It's just that my beads are quite wobbly from the from the thread I'm using. That's why I'm doing this. You don't have to do what I'm doing, okay? You don't have to. I'll do it one more time. Yeah, so at this point you're going to add 5 more yellow beads, and it's going to be 6 beads just like this part, and you start a new flower all over again. Okay, so it's just a repetition of the first flower here. So I'm going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. To make it firm, I'll go through it 2-3 times again, just to make it firm. Yeah, so we develop another flower. The next petal is going to be about 19 beads, not about, exactly 19 beads, because this is up to 21. So the reason why it's 19 is that you have to start from this point here. You'll be taking 2 beads from the 21 beads, and together you have 21 beads with the second petal as well. Okay, so I'll begin from here. Like so. I think my thread is breaking, but I'll try. I don't know what is happening, maybe the beads, or yeah, and then I go through the spots. Then I step up. Okay, like so. And then the next is also going to be 19 beads as well. Yeah, so this is what happens. I go through the last 2 beads, and then like that. Okay, so I'll do the rest off camera. Okay, you should have 6 you should have 6 petals, but I'll get to the, after I'm done with the 5th petal, I'll get back to you, and then we finish with the last one. Yeah, so I'm done with all 5. Now to do the 6th petal, I go through the last yellow bead, and then I climb up 2 beads from the 1st petal. Okay, and this time I'm going to pick 17 beads, 17 blue beads. Yes, so these are 17 blue beads. Then I'll go through the last 2 beads from the last petal, like so. and then you step up from the yellow bead as well. So it's going to be like that. Then you pull. Look at that. So at this point, I'll be going through all petals because you see how they are very soft. I'll go through it just to secure all beads. One by one, okay? I'll be doing this off camera, guys. I don't have to show this. I just go through all beads because this is actually the end. I'll be doing only 2 petals and then get back to you. I've done 2 petals, I meant, and then from there I'll create a loop for the earring hook, or it's a stud. I think that it's an earring stud, and then that'll be all. Okay, so let me go through all petals and then get back to you. So we're almost done, guys. I'll just have to add the stud. This is how the stud looks like. Yeah, now let me zoom in and then show you how this is how I add my stud. So I'm going to pick 2 blue beads. And then I pick my stud. Then I pick 2 beads again. So it's going to be like this. The stud stays in the middle. I go through the bead that the thread is coming out, and I pull gently. So it's going to be like this. Okay. Then I have to go through this also 2 to 3 times to make it firm. And everything is done, guys. Now look at how this looks. It looks stunning. It looks so nice, and it's a combination of yellow with navy blue color. Okay, you can just decrease the number of beads and make it smaller, and also you can extend the number of flowers and make it into a bracelet or necklaces. Okay, yes, so that's all there is to it. You can decrease the number of beads, like I said earlier, and make something for yourself depending on your preference. Okay, yes, so thank you so much, guys. Give it a try. It's a very simple tutorial, and it's quite long because it's a tutorial, and this is because I want you to understand how this works. Okay, yes, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for passing by, and please don't just pass by. If this tutorial is helpful, if you think it's helpful, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe and don't forget to press on the notification. Okay, I'm going to see you on the next tutorial. Have a nice time. Bye bye.